Hello and welcome to SGPN's Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy pick and plays for Friday, May 9th, 2025. Also got picks for Saturday as well in UFC, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. We got 15 entries today. This might be a record. I think 15 is either tied or I have to check the archives. 15 is either a tie for most entries or it's the standalone most entries I've ever had on a single episode of this 10-minute podcast. So the start of the show is coming out a little bit later, but I actually do put a lot of research and look into a lot of information to make these entries. It's not just throwing crap out the board. We got to try to make sure we win. We hit a pitcher entry yesterday. Not the best day in the world. 2 slow days in a row, but that is going to change heading into this weekend. It's going to start today with baseball, a game starting at 6:40 Eastern. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app or on UnderdogFantasy.com. That will give you a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. Literally the best promo code out there for Underdog. So, there's bigger podcasts than mine. There's bigger shows, bigger networks, bigger promo companies, whatever. But they don't got a better promo code than me. It's either as good or worse than mine, and many of them are worse than mine. So use promo code DailyDog, one word, on UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. You get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. All right, 15 entries, a lot to get into. But before I do, I need to remind you, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on your podcast app. Give me a rating, give me a review. All that good stuff. If you listen to this show 5 days a week, now we're coming up on 1 year of this show being out there. So let's see what we can do moving forward here and make this thing a bigger deal. Let's get into it, though. We got lots of entries to get into, so thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing, all that good stuff. MLB entry number 1, Javier Baez, higher than 1.5 total bases. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but Javier Baez is having a great year for the Tigers. Javi Baez, pretty much on fire. If you look at him, statistically right now, he's batting, 317? He batted .184 last year in 80 games. So he's having a good game he's having a good year this season. It's working out in Detroit. He's got 33 hits, 16 runs, and 19 RBIs already. He's got 8 doubles already. He's got 3 home runs. We're going to take higher than 1.5 total bases with Javi Baez. Then we're going to take it with, we're going to pair that with Jackson Chourio, Brewers down in Steinbrenner Field there for the Rays. The Rays it's going to be a good weather day for extra base hits. So I'm taking Jackson Chourio, the speedster, leadoff man, higher than 1.5 total bases, a couple singles, a couple doubles, or just a single double, a home run, triple, whatever. Let's get there. So Javier Baez, higher than 1.5 total bases, Jackson Chourio, higher than 1.5 total bases. We're getting a nice 3.48x multiplier. Very, very, very good value on this one. I'm very confident in this. Number 2, we're going Freddie Freeman, higher than 1.5 total bases. We had this yesterday. Didn't get there. He only had a single against Eduardo Rodriguez. He has hit very well in the past. Against Rodriguez, he's 6-12 in his career with a double and a home run for singles. There's obviously lots of opportunity for extra base hits with Freddie, the way that he's hitting for power this season. Then I'm taking Agustin Ramirez, the rookie, who is actually absolutely awesome for the Florida Marlins or Miami Marlins, higher than 1.5 total bases against the White Sox, and Bryce Wilson, I should say. Bryce Wilson, not that great. I think Ramirez extra base hits are on the menu, or a couple doubles. He is just a very potent young hitter. He's part of the reason why this Marlins team is much better than anyone expected. Freddie Freeman, higher than 1.5 total bases. Agustin Ramirez, higher than 1.5 total bases, 3.39x multiplier. NBA entry number 1, Evan Mobley back on the court, higher than 16.5 points. If he's on the court, we got to take this. Don't know how we can not take this. I mean, obviously you could worry about his health, his minutes, all that stuff. I don't think that there's really much room for, taking it slow here. They're down 0-2 in the series. They've lost home court advantage. They need to take back control in this game. I think Mobley's going to have a big one, higher than 16.5 points. I wouldn't be surprised if he's pushing 20 to 25 in this one. Nikola Jokic, higher than 9.5 assists. I'm a broken record. I play this every day because he's got a high equity of assists. You're getting an extra enhanced multiplier here with higher than 9.5 assists with Jokic. He's not been the assist man lately, not in game 1 or 2 of this series. Back at home now. Let's get back to the bread and butter. Jokic, get some assists. Your teammates are going to be shooting better on that home court. So he's got more opportunity for more assists. 3.33x multiplier. NBA entry number 2. Myles Turner, higher than 15.5 points. I really just don't necessarily understand why, this number is this low for Myles Turner. He's a center, but he's not really like the rebounding center anymore. He's like he's just a scorer. I mean, I don't know what else to say. In the postseason, he's averaging 17.1 points per game. Last game, he had, what was it, 23? Yeah, 23 points last game. He had 13 in game one. Okay, I get it. But that was, whatever. That was he only hit one 3-pointer in that one. I think he'll hit at least 2 here. Higher than 15.5 points for Myles Turner. Then Jamal Murray for the Nuggets on his home court, higher than 20.5 points. This guy can go for 40 very easily. So I think 20.5 is in the crosshairs here. 3x multiplier. Myles Turner higher than 15.5 points. Jamal Murray higher than 20.5 points. NHL entry number 1, my man, Sam Reinhart, higher than 0.5 assists at home for Florida. Florida needs to throw everything at the net. They need this win. They need to get goals. They need to get them quick. So let's go be Reinhart, higher than 0.5 assists. And then, sadly, I like the Jets, but I think Connor Hellebuyck's allowing higher than 2.5 goals. So higher than 2.5 goals against for Connor Hellebuyck as the Jets travel down to Dallas. 3.39x multiplier on Reinhart assist. Hellebuyck higher than 2.5 goals against. NHL entry number 2, I'm going to continue to pick on goalies. Joseph Woll higher than 3.5 goals against. Jake Oettinger higher than 3.5 goals against. This is a big multiplier, 4.54x for Woll to allow 4 or more goals and Jake Oettinger to allow 4 or more goals. Woll is on the road. Woll is the backup goalie who's forced into a starting role because Stolarz is hurt for the Maple Leafs. Stolarz didn't even travel down there. Oettinger, on the other hand, it's going to be tough to get this thing done, but I think the Jets really just have to go offensive to the walls. I think we can get an over in this game. This is very counterintuitive. Oettinger at home in the playoffs is going to be very tough to beat, but I think the Jets have some magic, at least for this game. 4.54x multiplier on that one. As I mentioned, I hit a pitcher's entry yesterday. Let's do it again here today. Austin Nola plus Gavin Williams higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Nola, not a great season so far. He got a little bit back on track last start. Gavin Williams, not very great. He had a couple lucky starts, I would say, with balls going foul, balls being just out of play, great fielding plays. That can't keep up. Higher than 0.5 or first inning runs allowed in Nola versus Williams in that Phillies against Guardians game. Then Hunter Dobbins and Michael Lorenzen lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Anytime the Royals are looking at, or anytime the Royals are involved, I'm not looking for them to score. So that definitely helps. 3.4x multiplier on that one, and hopefully Lorenzen can navigate the top of the order 1 inning against the Red Sox at home. Pitchers number 2, Roki Sasaki and Eduardo Rodriguez, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. The Roki, not a lot of tape on him for this D-backs team to study. And Eduardo Rodriguez, lefty, 2 lefties in the top of the order for the Dodgers. That makes things a little difficult. Obviously, Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani can hit lefties, pretty good, but not as good as righties. So I'm going to take lower here, getting a little enhanced multiplier. Max Meyer, Bryce Wilson, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Again, I don't think that Max Meyer is going to I think Max Meyer is going to dominate the White Sox here, and I think Bryce Wilson can at least give me one good inning. 2.86x multiplier on that one. Lotto entry number 1, Donovan Mitchell, alt over 32.5 points, higher than 32.5 points. Jamal Murray, higher than 24.5 points. Alexander Barkov, higher than 0.5 goals. Christian Yelich, higher than 2.5 total bases. Why is Yelich total bases thrown in here with the alt over? Because I don't trust Yelich. He's a boomer bust player. I'd rather use him in a long shot than in a bread and butter 2-leg entry. Murray, Mitchell, these guys can score. Barkov, home goal. Let's go. 55.69x. Recommend flexing at 33.41x or 5.68x if it goes 2 out of 3. Dong squad. Spencer Torkelson higher than 0.5 home runs against Patrick Corbin and the Nationals. James Wood, in the Rangers. Sorry, he's not on the Nationals anymore. James Wood higher than 0.5 home runs for the Nationals. Jackson Merrill higher than 0.5 home runs at Coors Field. Getting a really good number on that one against Senzatella. 101.31x if you go straight. Flex at 50.65x / 8.65x if it goes 2 out of 3. To be honest, I'm going to flex it, but this one I really, really love. I would not hate going, if you go the full max entry, no flex on this one, I'm not going to jinx it, but I like this one a lot. Okay. Saturday, UFC number 1, Benoit Saint Denis, fight time lower than 5.0 minutes. Kyle Prepolek, I can't even say his name. He's a late replacement fighter, UFC guy who's been sent out and who is searching for finishes. Benoit Saint Denis, it's a boomer bust with this guy, and it's going to happen in the first round. Mike Mallet, fight time lower than 10 minutes. Again, him and Charles Radke, these guys are both hunting finishes lower than 10 minutes in this one in front of that Montreal home crowd for Mike Mallet. 3x multiplier on that one. Saturday, UFC number 2, Jasmine Jasudavicius, higher than 5 finishes again, or 0.5 finishes against Jessica Andrade. Jasmine Jasudavicius in Canada is unstoppable. She's massive in this weight class. She's a dominant force. Andre Barrio, fight time lower than 11.5 minutes against Bruno Silva. Barrio power bar is he stays on the line, runs straight at you. 4.29x multiplier. Saturday, NBA number 1, Jason Tatum, higher than 3.5 3-pointers made. He's got to get it done. And Jonathan Kuminga higher than 14.5 points. We had him in our long shot yesterday, our lotto entry. He crushed it. Let's do it 2 games in a row, 3.33x. Saturday, NHL number 1, Alex Ovechkin higher than 0.5 goals. Leon Draisaitl higher than 0.5 goals. 2 great goal scorers in big games for their teams. 3.95x on that one. Saturday, lotto number 1, Draymond Green higher than 1.5 3-pointers made. Evan Bouchard for the Oilers higher than 0.5 goals. Bruno Silva higher than 0.5 knockouts against Marc-Andre Barrios, 25.13x or 12.56x/3.61x flex. All right, that's all I got for you today. Good luck on your entries this weekend, and let's make some money.